Okay, wait. Have you ever thought about this before? Like, really thought about it? What if God never flooded the earth? No ark, no rain, no rainbow, nothing. Just the world as it was. No second chances, no restart, no wipeout. Sounds peaceful, right? Wrong. This theory will blow your mind. Because if God never sent that flood, the world might not even exist right now. Let me explain. Before the flood, things were crazy, like real crazy. The Bible says people had become wicked, violent, evil to the core. The world was basically a crime scene. Nobody feared God. Nobody cared about right or wrong. People were doing evil openly, not even hiding it. Every day was full of stealing, killing, lying, cheating, and worse. Imagine a world where the news is just violence, all day, every day. That was normal back then. That was Earth. And then there was one man, Noah. He was just different. While everyone else was acting wild, Noah tried to live right. He still prayed, he still believed, he still had a heart for God. So one day God looked down at the mess, shook his head, and said, "This is not what I created. I need to start again." And that's when he told Noah, "Build an ark." Now, you know what happened after that. People laughed at him. "Bro, you're building a ship in the middle of nowhere. There's no water here." They mocked him every day. But Noah just kept building. Hammer by hammer, nail by nail, he obeyed. And then the rain came, 40 days and 40 nights. The flood came, the world reset, and from Noah's family came a new start. That's the story we know. But now, let's flip it. Let's talk about what would have happened if God never flooded the earth. Imagine this. God looks down, sees the wickedness, and says, "You know what? I'll just let them continue. I'll leave them alone." No warning, no ark, no rain, no rainbow, nothing. Just the world as it was. No second chances, no restart, no wipeout. Sounds peaceful, right?
At first, life goes on like normal. People eat, drink, build houses, party, marry, live their lives. It looks peaceful on the surface, but the evil keeps spreading. Because there's no flood, there's no reason to stop. The killers keep killing. The liars keep lying. The proud keep rising. Evil becomes tradition. Wickedness becomes culture. The world gets darker. Slowly, silently, completely. And Noah? He's still that one good man, still trying to warn people, but nobody listens. He grows old, and one day, he dies. And with him, goodness dies too. The light goes out. Now there's no flood, no punishment, no fear of God. Just a world full of humans doing whatever they want without limits. Science, power, greed, all mixed with evil. They start creating things they shouldn't. They start playing God. They start to believe they are God. People live for hundreds of years, getting smarter but not better. Imagine a world full of geniuses with no conscience. Every invention becomes a weapon. Every idea becomes evil. There's no flood to stop them. No restart, no mercy. And because there's no flood, there's no Noah's family. No Shem, no Abraham, no Israel. And without Israel, no David, no Jesus. That means no salvation, no cross, no hope, nothing. You see how deep that goes? If God never flooded the earth, humanity wouldn't have survived long enough to be saved. Because here's the truth nobody wants to hear. The flood wasn't about anger. It was about mercy. God didn't destroy the world because he hated it. He did it because he loved it too much to let it rot. He had to clean it, wash it, reset it, or it would have been gone forever. Think about it. If you had a garden full of weeds choking every flower, what would you do? You'd pull out the weeds, right? You'd cut it down so new life could grow. That's exactly what God did. The flood was his way of saying, I'm not done with humanity. I'm just giving it a fresh start. Now, in this no-flood world, people think they're winning. They're rich, powerful, unstoppable, but inside, the world is dying. It's full of greed, violence, pride, and pain. There's no justice left. The poor suffer, the strong rule, and soon humanity eats itself alive. No flood, no reset, just slow destruction, one generation at a time. That's what would have happened if God didn't act. You see, sometimes what looks like punishment is actually protection. Sometimes what looks like destruction is actually mercy in disguise.
God didn't flood the earth to kill everyone. He flooded it to save the future, to save us. Because if he didn't, you and I wouldn't even exist. Now, let's talk about Noah again. After the real flood, when the rain stopped and the sun came out, the ground was new, fresh, silent. And then God sent the rainbow, a promise that said, "I'll never destroy the world like this again." But if there was never a flood, there would never be a rainbow. No reminder of mercy, no proof of hope, no symbol of second chances. The rainbow was born from the rain. The beauty came after the storm. And maybe that's the real message here. Sometimes God allows floods in your life, not to drown you, but to clean you. You lose people, you lose opportunities, you lose comfort, and you think God's punishing you. But maybe he's preparing you. Because if he never flooded your life, you'd still be stuck in the same mess, still surrounded by fake people, still lost in old habits, still in a place that would destroy your future. So he floods it, he washes it, he restarts it. It hurts, but it heals. It breaks, but it builds. Because just like Noah, you can't see the rainbow until you've survived the rain. So what if God never flooded the earth? The world would have died in darkness, but because he did, life began again. The flood wasn't the end of the world, it was the beginning of hope. So the next time you feel like everything's falling apart, remember Noah. Remember the ark. Remember that the same God who sent the rain also planned the rescue. Because the flood wasn't the enemy, it was the path. And sometimes the storm that scares you is the very thing that saves you.